Hey guys, welcome back to Algots. We shall discuss this problem today in which we need to find the maximum subarray sum in a circular array. We are given an array which looks something like this. This array is in the form of a cycle in which the first element occurs after the last element as well. So this is what a circular array looks like, and we need to find the maximum sum subarray in this array. Now there it is easy to observe that there are two possible cases. In one case in which the subarray does not wrap around the array and lies somewhere in the interior of the given array. So that situation would look something like this. And there is another case in which the required array wraps around the original array. The required sub array wraps around the original array. Like the answer might be something like it might start from the element 10 and end at the element 6. So this array wraps around the array. So these are the two possible cases. The Either the answer might be given by a subarray like this or a subarray like this. Now if there is no wrapping up involved, then we can easily calculate our answer using the very familiar algorithm, that is Kadani's algorithm. But if there is wrapping up involved, then we cannot apply Kadani's algorithm because it is not a normal subarray. So basically, there are some elements that are excluded from the subarray. Now let the sum of all these elements be S2 and the sum of those elements which we are concerned about be S1. Now S1 is nothing but the difference between the sum of all the elements in this array and S2. Now we need to maximize this S1, so technically we need to minimize this S2. Now, so S2 is nothing but the minimum subarray sum in this array. So we found out the maximum subarray sum in this case. Similarly, we can find out the minimum subarray sum, that is S2. And the final answer would be the maximum values obtained in both the cases. Now suppose we get A as the answer when there is no wrapping up involved, and we get B as the answer when we consider the array as a circular array. And it is fair to say that our final answer would be the maximum of these two values. So let's see how we can calculate the minimum subarray sum by playing around with Kadani's algorithm. Now we are already familiar with Kadani's algorithm, so I've already written it down. So now let's change this algorithm a little bit to find the minimum sum as well. Now we initialize the minimum sum with a very big number, and we initialize the sum to 0, and for every element in the array we add that element to our sum. And if the sum is smaller than the current minimum value, then we'll update the minimum value to this value. And if our sum becomes positive, then we again make it to 0. We again reinitialize it to 0. So basically we are just reversing every step that we are possibly doing in Kadani's algorithm, and this would give us the minimum subarray sum. So once we obtain the minimum subarray sum and the maximum subarray sum, we can calculate these values. We can calculate the value of S1 and we can calculate the value of A. And the maximum of these values would give us the final answer. So our final answer would be nothing but maximum of S1 and A. S1 is nothing but B. So this would give our final answer, and the only problem in this solution is that if every number in the given array was a negative number, like if the given array was -1, -2, and -3. So according to Kadani's algorithm, the maximum subarray sum would be -1, which is correct in its place. But according to our algorithm, the minimum sum would be the sum of the entire array, that is -6, and this sum is also -6. So we would be subtracting -6 from -6, and S1 would become 0. So when we calculate our answer using this formula, the answer we would get would be 0. But 0 0 is not a valid answer in this case, because there is no subarray whose sum the sum of whose elements is 0. So what we can do is, if the value of S1 comes out to be 0, then whatever the value of A is, that would be our final answer. In this case, the answer is -1. So the basic concept behind this was to calculate the maximum subarray sum and the minimum subarray sum, and then subtract the minimum subarray sum from the sum of all the elements in this array, and then the maximum of these two values would give us the final answer. So I hope you understood the the concept behind this problem, and this was clearly a linear solution and we did not use any extra space. So if you like this video, do share it and subscribe to our channel Algots, and thank you for watching this video.